Today I'm going to be showing you how to get unlimited skill points as well as money, wheel spins and all of that good stuff. So this is for basic players, and also if you just have some spare time. It is a method that most definitely is not like previous ones I have watched, where you're downloading mods, you're kind of tricking the game into getting you your credits. And for me, that's just not worth it, because obviously the one thing that a lot of them surprisingly are not telling you is that you can get banned from them. Anything that manipulates the game amongst what actually you should be doing is completely against the game's code of service, and there is chances of being banned. So I'm looking for all of the best ways that you can make credits, you can get skill points very easily, as well as all of that good stuff to make your Forza Horizon even more enjoyable if you've just started it or obviously are very advanced to the game. I'm brand new-ish to the game in terms of a brand new account. I have kind of changed over from my previous account, so I'm kind of doing this all from scratch again. So I'm finding the best ways that you can get everything done at the quickest time. So check out the channel. Obviously I'll be bringing loads of multiple ways that you can pick and choose which one you want to do. And this way, for me personally, has been a really easy way to get skill points and get your cars up there. Obviously there is specific cars that you can use as well. Any drift car is going to be perfect, or even something that just in general can go side to side quite quickly. This one is a brand new car from the very start of the game that you get given, so it just proven that even the beginners can do this. So I'm going to show you the benefits once we get around this corner in a second. And obviously with this, you can kind of guess for yourself what this kind of is, but in general it is just an up and down of the strip. You can go to whatever points you want, and always, just to add on a little bit of flair, add that little spin in, and then go ahead and go for a burnout as well at the end. That is most definitely going to give you them extra points as well, just to kind of keep it going. The big thing always to remember, everything is a little bit delayed in this. So if you are, for instance, going and doing the burnout, always stop maybe at awesome and then just kind of keep going with your drift, because you don't want to kind of lose that momentum if you're going, because the game is taking a little bit more of a second to get it done, and you can make these drifts longer and shorter depending on what you want to get to. Great drift, awesome drift, that's going to be the kind of the basis of it. You don't want to go too far to the edges to potentially get a wreck, as obviously you will knock out your points. But in general, this is just a standard. We'll get to the end and show you the basics that you can use from this, and utilizing this every time. Also, as well, if you are doing this and maybe you don't want to wait the 30 seconds for the skill to cool down, then you can just go jump into that race just down there in a second, which I'll show you in a moment when we go down there one more time. But as we see, we just go around here, we've got 30,000, which is obviously times 5. Again, there is cars that can have a skill mastery which will take it to a times 8. This one I believe is a times 6. We get the ultimate burnout. We'll let it just finish off at 164 points, or 164,000, very comfortably. Barely broke a sweat, and it's nice and simple like that. So if we look on the map where it is, obviously it is just bottom left hand side. You really can't miss it. It's right from the start, just over here, if you are brand new to the game as well. So then if we go into the car mastery, which is the big thing that we want to do, obviously with this we are looking at trying to get to the skill chain first, and then we can obviously go and win everything else. This will give you every sort of thing for this car. So once you've done one, go ahead and go to the new one. And what that allows you to do is instantly get a wheel spin. You then get credits, 20,000 each time. You get XP for owning this car. There is so much advantages from doing this with every car. Plus then the races going forward, you do get the added bonuses of obviously the XP increase is permanent in events finish for this XP with this car as well. And it is all nice and easy. So we're going to buy that one. And then obviously we need to work on one more point to go and get that. So for instance, just so I can show you, you saw there it took, say what, 30 seconds to obviously get that points in banked, and that is before you can even start a new one. So if we go to awesome here, we're on ultimate, and let's break out of this, go into a little drift, and beautiful, we start it back up very easily. So for instance, say this is our 5th lap up and down, we've done whatever we want, you obviously can keep going until literally you just finished. You don't want to necessarily ruin it. Obviously, with that, you can go to the ×5 again pretty quickly, and 6, 7, 8 in any other cars. You just literally drifting side to side the whole way down. Like I say, if you want to do the burnout, it will give you some extra points and just enable you to turn around and get back onto that drift. So for instance, right here, we are just going to go ahead and bank ourselves into this race. We can then back out, and all of the skill points are going to be banked straight away. So we're going to go and turn into here, little spin, into the event, back out again, and our skill points have been banked. As you can see, then we can literally go ahead and start again, and we should go straight into it once that animation has stopped. Hoping this is going to work straight away for me, and there we go, straight into it, ×5, back onto it again. We can go with a little burnout, like I say, into that turn, and we can just keep grinding like that. And that is going to be a very, very easy one to do. And to be honest, it is mainly for the basic users, somebody who's just started out on this game. So for instance, now we can go into the car mastery because we got that extra skill point, and we can go ahead and buy this chain. So you earn an extra 20% XP from skills banked in free roam. So obviously that is what we're doing right now. And then obviously we are going for the next 5 to drive without fear. Your car multiplier will go up to 6, which is even better. There is some cars on this market as well that obviously will give you more. I believe if I go into the car collection, we look at all of these, and I believe we will find some formula drifts in the auction house. You can go ahead and buy them. Obviously, say for instance, we've got a 300,000 one here. We could go ahead and buy that one, absolutely no problem, and we can start it all again. So for instance, if we wanted to do that, we'll have a look and see what design we want. We're going to go with a nice Red Bull design. I think we'll go with that one. We'll buy the car and can show you what this can actually do in a different car as well. So we'll just download the design. It's a very, very easy way. We'll select, do you want to buy this car? We'll buy it, and then we can go ahead, and we've got an achievement for purchasing your first car at the auto show. Again, always make sure that you are looking at the right price. This is just purpose for videos only. We haven't done no research or anything like that. We've just gone ahead and bought it. Maybe more expensive than what it should be, but we've got it in there and we can start driving it now. So we will change over and get into the next one to show you. So we're the back of the spot with this e-drift car, and as you can tell, the drifting is a hell of a lot better to be able to do the ultimate with this. This will obviously make the points a little bit easier, and obviously you are going kind of sideways most of the time, so as you'll get that side swipe bonus. So if we just quickly go ahead and get to the max points at the moment, this will make the drifting a hell of a lot for you, which you can go and get all of the drift cars. That is going to be the beautiful thing about this. And then also if we go for the little burnout as well, that's going to take us, and there we go, back onto that burnout. Obviously not as good as the rally car, because that is going to be the more basis for this. So ahead, if we go straight back into the drifting, but as just the example, as you can see, going all the way, we need to kind of get up a little bit more speed if we can. So we're going to go on the sides, because the big thing is you can get wreckage bonuses from obviously all this side stuff. It won't count towards actually being hit, and obviously you can go ahead and drift very, very easily in this car, as that is kind of what it's designed for. So you just want to pick up a little bit of speed on the outside, just so that you can get enough speed to kind of keep going side to side with very, very little effort. And as you can see, we can get the drift in pretty simple. We've got the awesome skill chain there. I believe this car should be to 5 as well, as we've got no bonuses on this car. It will take a little bit of getting used to if obviously you are a more beginner of the game, but most definitely this one should be relatively easy for you to do. It is just literally just look at it in the other direction, and it automatically goes ahead and does it for you. So again, sometimes it does take a little bit to kind of keep going, but you want to just make sure that you are keep on drifting, and there we go. So this is just, again, another example of many cars that you can use. Obviously, the more road car, you're not necessarily going to get as many drifts in, which makes it that little bit harder for them. But obviously, we have other glitches or other ultimate XP guides that you'll be able to use in the near future. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, but we're going to just stop it here. We're going to get our last points in, 22,000 practically times 5. That's going to give us some more bonuses on this kind of car, and we should now have some mastery. So this is just going to be the start, as we know, instant 6k XP, but then as we can see, we have a skill multiplier of 7, as well as then the skill chain ends 1.25 seconds later. That's going to be really more beneficial for these cars as well. We then get the the ultimate skill change scores are increased by 15%, so it's going to get even better every single mastery that you put into this car, and it just makes it more and more interesting to get it done. And that is going to be the beginner's way to get unlimited wheel spins, credits, XP, and obviously skill mastery points. Let me know if you need any help. Make sure you like and subscribe on the video, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.